Hey guys, I'm Sleepy, and today we will be talking about how to find your art style because I feel like a lot of people try to find their art style, and it can be hard sometimes. I'm still trying to find my art style because sometimes I want to do one style, and some days I want to do a different style. So I feel like this is just if you're not like that and you just want to find it or like find ways to make your art style. I feel like this video is for you. Okay, so my first piece of advice is to study the things that inspire you, specific styles. Like, for example, if you really like this specific artist, find at least, I guess, like 5 different artists that inspire you and study their art and see what you like about it. Like, see what inspires you, like, why their art inspires you so much, what pieces of their art do you want to incorporate in your art, and like I guess I should give an example. Like, I really like the artist Lavender Town, and for me, I really like her cartoony art, and so I incorporate pieces of her art into my art. Not all of it, because you want the copy, obviously, but incorporate pieces, just pieces. Like, for example, the way she shades with like one specific color, I do that because I feel like because I want to make a comic, it makes it easier to shade colors instead of just picking a bunch of different colors to shade with. It makes it so much easier and the process so much faster. So yeah, I feel like just incorporate and study the people that inspire you. I feel like you should choose at least 5 people, make a list of of artists, and figure out why they inspire you and like what pieces of art do you really like. And I feel like that would help a lot with your art and what you like to do. And sometimes that can be hard to do because you're like, okay, what 5 artists are like? You might have a lot of artists that you like. I have to choose 5, but I'm like, just choose the ones that like you want your art style to look not like because you want to copy, obviously, but they have elements of what you want your style to be. I don't copy, obviously. That's like my main piece. Like, don't copy people, obviously. But yeah, choose 5. Look and see like what about their style inspires you so much. Okay, so my next piece of advice is to emphasize the things that you like in your art. So, for example, if you like really like anime art, and emphasize what you like to do in your art. Don't emphasize it too much, obviously. You don't want to go too little, you don't want to go too much. You want a balance. So if, for example, like if you like anime art and you like shoujo eyes, make like big shoujo eyes. Like maybe you can emphasize that a little, not a lot, but like make the eyes as pretty, I guess, shiny. I like very shoujo like, and like if don't emphasize it too much, obviously. But again, if you like cartoony art and you like the noodle arms, basically that's what I call them. The noodle arms, like Adventure Time style, and you really like Adventure Time, and you like the noodle like arm look, then you do that. Emphasize it. Don't emphasize it too much. Again, don't overdo things, obviously. But if you really like that, then do it. Like, I feel like it's kind of simple, what the advice I give, but I feel like the advice I give for like beginners who have no idea what they're doing. Because I was a beginner at some point, and I had no idea what I was doing at all. I was like, what am I gonna do? How do I find my style? There's so much I have to learn. Oh my god. But I feel like those are for people who don't know what they're doing and stuff. So yeah. Emphasize what you like. I guess I could give another example. Like, if you really like realistic portraiture and like stuff like that, then paint in a. I guess if you like to paint or do digital paintings and stuff, emphasize what you like to do in those digital paintings. Like, if you like, for example, like Rothschild, he really likes color dots, and he emphasizes that in a way that makes it really appealing. Then do that. Like, whatever you like to do. If you like a more moody, sad look, don't overdo it, but do it in a way that makes it look appealing to people. So like, because if you want attention on your art, that's a way to do it. So there, that's my advice for that. And then combine all your favorite styles into something that looks appealing. So again, if you really like a certain artist, take pieces of what you like about those artists and combine them into an art style that looks appealing and interesting and what people want to see, especially if you want to like get an art job or something like that, or go to art school. You want your art to look appealing, obviously, and you want people to recognize it. And that's why like, you should also stay in one consistent style. You don't want to do a bunch of different styles, because then no one's gonna recognize your art, obviously, because they're gonna be like, oh, there's so many styles this person does, I can't tell which one's which, or which one's their main style, or stuff like that. So yeah, choose one style, stick with it. Obviously practice other things. Don't just draw that one thing, as I said before in my other video. Don't just stick with one thing forever, because you're gonna be in that comfort zone that you don't want to be in, because you're not gonna practice other things that you need to practice. But still emphasize and make something appealing out of your own style, because that's important. If you want to be an artist, to have your own style, obviously that's what this whole video is about. So yeah, and my next piece of advice is to define what you like to, the style you like to draw, so you know how to improve it. So for example, if you like to draw in a cartoony way, or you like to define what you want your style to be. Do you want to combine things? Like, do you want to combine anime with cartoon? If you want to combine realism with anime, like semi-realism, do you want to do stuff like that? I feel like you should define what you want. If you want to combine things, you can, but don't do it in a way that makes it look not appealing to people, because then no one's gonna want to look at it. So yeah, so if you want attention on your art, then you don't want to overdo it, obviously. But yeah, emphasize what you like about it, and make sure and define exactly what you want your style to be. I feel like a lot of people don't do that, and I feel like that's kind of important in a way, because if you don't know what your style is, how are you going to improve it? You want to understand what your style is, and you want to understand how to improve it and how to make it better and stuff like that. And that's why I suggested to study the things that inspire you, because if you study what inspires you, you take pieces of what you like and combine into one style, then and I feel like it will combine to something that you will be able to define, and you will be like, okay, this is my style, this is what I like, and I'm gonna keep drawing that. And not saying not to practice other things. You should still practice other things that you're not good at, especially your weaknesses, but you should also have a consistent style that you draw in as well, but still practice other things. I feel like I can't emphasize that enough. You don't just draw one thing for the rest of your life, obviously. You want to draw other things and get good at other things as well. So I feel like that's very important. It's just to define exactly what you want your style to be, so you know how to improve it and know how to make it better and all that good stuff. And my last piece of advice is to keep improving your style and honing your skills while still practicing other things. And that it won't be perfect, but it will be close. Because I feel like a lot of people want their art to be perfect. You don't want to see any mistakes whatsoever. But there's always gonna be mistakes. You're never gonna get perfect. You're never gonna get to a point where you see no mistakes. That day might be near the end of your life if you get that far, which is impressive. If you get to a point where you can't see your mistakes, I feel like you will never get to a point where you won't see mistakes. I feel like there will always be mistakes that you would want to improve, and that will encourage you to improve further and further until you get to a point where you really like your style. But you will like it, but it won't be perfect. It will never be perfect, because nothing's perfect, really. There will always be mistakes, but that will encourage you to improve. And yeah, just keep honing your skills. Keep doing what you like to do. Keep improving it, basically. So keep improving your style. I can't emphasize that enough. Yes, hone your skills and still practice other things that anatomy, proportions, backgrounds, landscapes, architecture, all that other stuff. Keep practicing it and keep realism, but also practice your stylized stuff as well. Just keep practicing all those things while still having that one art style that you stick to, and that but still practice other things. But having that style that you really like to draw in, well, is good for you, because then you'll gain like, especially if you want a following of some sort, then that's really important, because people will recognize your art, and then they can be like, oh yeah, I know this artist, it's that artist, and it will help you. It really will. It will help you especially if you want a following. If you don't want a following and you just want to draw, then that's good too. I feel like it'll still help you either way, you know? If you don't want a following, that's fine. You can do whatever you want with your art. As long as you don't do anything negative with it and like be hateful, then that's not good. But yeah, just keep honing your skills, keep improving your art, and just be happy with it. It won't be perfect, but it'll be close, like, at some point, I promise. Because if you keep improving it, then you're gonna keep getting closer and closer to what you want your art to be. And what you want it to be is something that you can be proud of, and you can say, yes, I did that. I made that piece of art, and I'm proud of it. So, yeah. I know it kind of gets sappy sometimes, but I feel like art is something that's so important to me, because it's like part of my, it's such a huge part of my life, and I really want to talk about it and share things about it and stuff like that. I'm getting so sappy. But okay, anyways, that's it. That's the video. I hope you enjoyed it and my advice. I hope someone out there uses pieces of it at least. Like, I hope someone out there appreciates it or something, you know. You don't have to, but like, I don't know. I hope you enjoyed my advice, or at least something about this video. See you guys next time. Bye.